Good evening, everyone. Okay. So, I am back again for the second session, and hope it will be more interactive rather than the previous session. So, today, last week we have read about Windows 8 and its platform investments, and we have seen what are all the new introductory features in Windows 8 regarding Windows runtime environment and those things. And today we are going to see about the Windows Store, the new feature that's available in the Windows 8. And if you see the previous versions of Windows like XP, Vista and Toasters, there is a feature called Store, purposely in Windows platform. So if you take it mobile application, mobile platform, there will be concept of Android Store, and you have Windows Phone App Store, so and so. It's a concept of apps. So the world is evolving around apps. So also this Windows 8 supports apps. So you can download your apps and you can publish your own apps as a developer to a Windows 8 store. So what's the opportunity as a developer we have so that we can gain revenue and we can earn from those stores. That's what we're going to see today. So Microsoft are reimagining a partnership. So in Windows 8 and Windows 8 store specifically, they are reimagining a partnership with Microsoft and also with developers. So they are recreating a scenario by which you developers and we developers can earn money by publishing our own apps. So that's what we are going to see. So if you see the store, I want to clarify you 5 things. The first one is design for discovery. Okay, this is a Windows 8 start screen as you see, and the app, this is called Store app, is also a tile. The store is also a tile. When you click the store, actually it projects up. What happens is, the store is also an app. It opens up. So this is the store. As you can see, the concept is content before Chrome. Here, the content comes first. The app will be projected first. You can define customers, customers can define you. And if you see, go around the store, it's fast and fluid. You can navigate to and fro from the store, and as you see, the applications are coming front, to projected front. And if you see, the store itself is categorized. For example, games, and you can see social entertainment. So all the apps in the store are categorized according to their environments. So your app can be categorized as well. And also, what you can do is, for example, you can go assume a scenario. For example, I am developing an app in such a way that I have published an app, and after a few days, thousands and lakhs of apps has been present in the store. I can't go to and fro and searching the app. What I can do is, I can just type the app over here. For example, I can type like this, and automatically suggested that whether you want to go for a Twitter app or you can go for Paint Metro. It's called recommendations. So Microsoft has a special feature called the recommendations, by which they will project your app first. So like this is called editorial picture. So Microsoft has special certain arrangements by which your app can be projected to the user.
What is the criteria for designing what comes first?
Yeah, actually. So if you see the projection of your app into the spotlight, the criteria is your app needs to be popular. That means the number of downloads, or else your app may be going viral. By someone like it can be in some competitions or something. And by the time if your software goes viral, app goes viral, or the number of downloads goes high, then your software will automatically projected first.
I think it's also based on review.
Yeah, absolutely.
Based on the
Review stats.
Yeah.
review stats.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you see the application, this is the application which you got, and also you can see the application screenshot will be projected first. You have an overview of your application. Your app can't access anything in your desktop or laptop. So it always says you these are the permissions that is required for your application. You will be having the details. Also, for example, in Metro Patina, it supports x86, x64, ARM, and also review features. So users can submit a review and download from the query. Based on the reviews, they can download. This one of the feature as hidden, it will be projected first.
That shows you the popularity.
Yeah.
And anybody, by the way, have you made any money developing these apps?
Yeah, good question.
Yeah.
Yeah, good question. Yes. Actually, right now, the store is not open for developers. Store is not open for developers. If you have developed any application for Windows 8, you need to get a special license key
Okay.
from Microsoft. So once you get license key, and once Microsoft opens the store, already you have to be published first. So right now, we are having the apps which is only published by Microsoft and its partners, not for individual developers.
When are they going to do that?
So they will open a store only. We are releasing the Windows 8 full version.
And that is 3-4 months.
Yeah, away from now. So if you are having an app or app idea, you can submit the app idea. Actually, 2 months before, as I told the user group which I am having, Microsoft has requested our user group to give me some idea of apps. For example, your user group members have any idea for developing Windows 8 admins, let us know so that we can provide license key for developers.
Oh, okay.
Publishing the app. And if you want to publish your own app, as a developer individual, you need to go for I think $49. You need to go. You need to purchase for $49 for purchasing an app store license. As a company, you need to.
That's a yearly license.
Yeah, yearly license.
Yearly license.
So yeah, so it comes at $2,500 or something.
Right.
Yeah. So as a company, you need to go for $99. $99. So that's the case.
How many of you are planning to develop apps on Win8?
I'll try.
Right. Okay, great. Anybody else?
Anybody wants to try?
I think, yeah, exactly.
Wants to try, right?
This is actually a real revenue opportunity. You can actually develop your own app. It can be any utility app. You know, like bus route from like Kochi bus stand to, I don't know how many hits you'll get for that, but I'm just saying something like
You can become a $1 million person, rich person, in a single night. If you set an app for $5, and then if you are able to sell that app with $5 to around 0.5% of Windows customers who are present now, just 0.5 customers of Windows customers with a $5 app, you will get around 10 million revenue from that. That's kind of a powerful Windows environment we have, ecosystem we have. So just a $5 app with 0.5% of Windows customers right now, you will get $10 million revenue. That's kind of ecosystem we have.
yeah.
Not even to sell around 100% of customers, just 0.5% of customers is enough. I have had this study with me.
Problem is if you start overdoing this, people will stop working for the company. Oh, I should be out of my mind to like work for a job, like take money, writing apps. No, but seriously, I think this is a good opportunity. So I think so far, I think we've been able to do this on the phone
Yeah.
all the time. And now, I think Microsoft, because of their pervasive presence, and they're all over there. They own like 90%, 95% of all the desktop software in the whole world. That's how they make their money. 80% of Microsoft revenue comes from the licenses that they have on going on all these desktops and all their software, Office products and all the rest. So now what they're trying to do is they've re-architected their OS such that this Win8 will be on their tablet, their desktop, and the phone. Right? So it means that for the first time, I think they're actually keeping it, even for like regular people like you and I, there's actually a potential revenue making opportunity. They've actually they made it really easy for, like you were saying, like developers like you and me to go in there, develop these simple apps. And who knows, like this Polaroid thing, if it gets viral, all of a sudden, so they're worth a huge hit, even a big amount of money.
Actually, you see, the first one designed for discovery, the store itself is a Metro style app, and it displays on stock, just as it's also an app. And if you see Spotlight, recommendation, and you can search for an app, you can store itself. That's what second one is. And third one is very cool. What is it is? This is what IE10 is. IE10, Internet Explorer 10. As of now, IE9, IE10 is available for Windows 7 and those things. This IE10 is Metro enabled, so you can see the UI itself. No taskbar or no any preview window. Everything starting from the left corner to right bottom, everything is allowed for you. Every single pixel is allowed for you. So for example, if you want to go to some website or something, it's this pops up. So what I'm going to do is, there is a company called C Bazaar. I am typing like this. This C Bazaar is something like a textile company. So what I am going to do is I am going to buy something for my friend. I am just going to the website called C Bazaar.
This is IE10.
Yeah, IE10.
Okay.
This is C Bazaar website. So okay. So when you browse in IE10 in Metro Enable browser, you can just go to the bottom and you can see there is an option called tools option or something. If you click this, there is an option called get app for this site. What you can do is, if you click this get app for this site, it automatically opens the store. And what it will do is, it will get you the app for the website. So the C Bazaar apps gets opened up. You can just download the app and you can purchase whatever you need from the app itself rather than going to the website. So it's also a way of getting the clients on.
Okay.
You can purchase and get the app for their website and you can install. This is the way you can do. So already I have this app. Right now, until the release of original Windows 8, all the apps are given as free. And the release of Windows 8, you can set your own price for your app.
Yeah.
So you can try the option called try buy.
I think the other thing he was also mentioning the other day was, I think they made it all seamless. So you could actually download the app and then it could go to your mobile. You could actually buy it on the mobile, right?
Yeah.
That order can be fulfilled on the mobile. So maybe you're getting late, to catch a bus. You want to make a quick transaction. You go to the desktop, you browse through, whatever is available. But then download the app. So you're not even, you're thinking you don't have the time to finish the transaction on the desktop. So you can really download an app and take it to your, bring it over to your mobile, and then maybe when you're on the bus or whatever, you can actually buy it on using the mobile.
Mobile itself.
Right?
That's what I is.
Yeah.
All platform. And if you see, this is what I got as the IE10. So the browser itself enable you to showcase your app in the store, and then there is an option called deep links, which you can give. For example, you have a website called Softonic and those download websites. What you can do is you can put your app URL in those websites and you can publish your own apps in the store. So you can generate revenue, more revenue through what is called as advertising your apps in other websites. And the second one is unprecedented reach. So this is what the great Windows ecosystem is. You can able to sell your app in more than 200 plus markets and in 100 plus languages. So you can have your app being sold in 100 plus languages, around 200 plus markets with 40 plus local currency support. You can sell it in euro, you can sell it in INR, you can sell it in dollars, whatever it may be. And we have flexible business models. For example, you can set your app for trial, you can set your app for in-app purchase. There is a difference between trials and in-app purchase. If you see trials, it can be time-based trial or feature-based trial. Time-based trials request no coding. When you publish your app in the store, you can specify, for example, I can allow users to download for 7 days or 5 days. You can just specify it without any coding. That's called time-based trial. And if you are going for a feature-based trial, you need some little coding by which you can specify. In trial mode, users can only access only 2 of the 5 features. Remaining 3 features will be only enabled in the full version. That's what the full version is. And you have third-party advertising support. Microsoft itself has Microsoft Advertising SDK, by which you can put your ads in your application, or else you can go for some other third-party vendors, like a Google Advertising SDK or something. So there is third-party support and transparent terms. If you have developed an application, if you want to publish your application into the store, and it's not a one day you say, okay, I have developed application, okay, let's accept it. It's not like that. There is a series of steps by which Microsoft acknowledges that your application is aligned with Metro credentials. So there is a software, there is a tool called Windows BACK, the BACK, that stands for Windows Application Certification Kit. What you can do is, after developing your application, you can give the input of your application into the BACK kit. It automatically checks whether your application aligns with Metro guidelines. If it passed, then automatically your app should be accepted in Windows 8 store. That's why you can be confident that okay, everything is transparent.
What if it fails?
Yeah.
What if it fails?
You need to do necessary changes according to
Metro
regulations.
compliant, you can't even put it on the store.
You can't. The only problem is, for example, if you are accessing third-party APIs, if you are accessing any third-party DLLs, if you are using any pinvoke, if you are doing any mischanges or any bad functions in your program, automatically it fails in a back and you are unable to publish your app in Windows Store. So everything needs to be aligned with Metro guidelines. And you can track those changes directly. You can ask Microsoft, okay, I have paused every changes, why you are rejected? You can ask like that. So you can track the progress, and there is a review mechanism by which you can track the downloads, how much popular it is, everything you can track. And also, this is best economics that Microsoft provide you, and I will give you the details how much revenue you can generate through the app which is being published.
So when you say 80% revenue share, what it means is, it's like if out of 100, you make 80, Microsoft will take your 20%.
Yeah.
That's what it means. So the other thing is, it's very simple. I mean, you just search for something on Google right now, like CBazaar. You went to Google and search for CBazaar. You know how Google makes its money? It makes more than 90% of its money out of people typing in keywords like CBazaar or whatever, and when you click on those ads. That's what Google is. Google makes like billions getting people to click on those ads. That's exactly how you can promote your own app. You either sort of, make sure it's Metro compliant, make sure it's popular, etc. Or what you're saying is you can actually have advertising for your apps by actually punching into an advertising SDK or something like that. So I think there's very many ways of socializing and popularizing your
Yeah, you
app.
can put your app in Bing search also. If anybody searches your Bing, then automatically your app comes to the right side and say popular.
And that has to be more generic. And obviously, if you make it very territory specific, if you develop an app that's like very specific, like Trichy or Tamil Nadu or whatever, then the reach is going to be not that much. But if you come up with something like, I don't know, like an expense report that somebody can use, that's very handy, whatever, that's used for everybody, any profession, anywhere in the world. If you come up with a generic app like that, that makes it really easy, fast, whatever, for them to, enter an expense report or something like that. Then, somebody could download it, try it out, and then word will get, like word of mouth or anything, like we can go viral like very quickly. That's when I think you can get a lot of hits and it'll be popular. So yeah, there's a lot of opportunities.
Google uses Go language to develop its.
What is it?
Go language is used for building Google search engine.
Right.
So which language is used for Bing so that we can do that?
I don't know. You know?
Which language is used to? You were telling that one can use Bing and let the keyword be searched and that can be targeted to some app, and if you build that app, you will get better benefit.
Yeah.
So which language is used for Bing coding, Bing search engine? Like Google is using Go language for building its search engine. Google, anyone can learn Go language and modify. Their website can come first in the search list. Is it possible for with Bing as well?
I have no idea about
You could either go to Bing or there's also a whole ecosystem around Bing. Okay, not modeling. Yes. So there's a bunch of companies that will actually simplify the process of uploading content onto Microsoft, making sure your page ranking is right, etc. There's a whole ecosystem there. Okay, we can talk about that offline.
So this is the reach which you have for a Windows ecosystem. The store and apps are available in more than 100 plus languages around the world, and you can buy your app from more than 200 plus markets, and also you can set your local pricing and you can get money from 70 plus markets, which includes top 40 by GDP. And this is the way your app goes popular. You can set your app in such a great ecosystem here.
And how do you transact PayPal? PayPal account or something?
They have a separate transaction account, not a PayPal. They have separate credit card based transaction account, which they have. So this is revenue sharing, and if you have developed an app, so you can get 70% of your app's money as a revenue. Remaining 30% will go for Microsoft. This is the revenue share which Microsoft gives you for the new apps, and once your apps goes beyond $25,000, then it jumps to 80%. Only Microsoft gets 20%. This is what the difference between other stores which are available like Apple and everyone and the Microsoft one. So it almost gets into 80%. So if you are generating a money, for example, you are generating a revenue of which goes around $1 billion revenue, then this 80% will be massive. This is just statistics which you have. So if you set an app just for a 4.99 cents buck, $4.99, and if you sell the app for 0.5% of those customers, and you'll almost get this amount of sales and with $10 million in profits, $10 million in profits. This is statistics you have. So for developer, you need to have $49 as an individual, and if you are a company, you need to pay $99 to register into the store. So as far as pricing is concerned, you can control the pricing of your app. At any time of your app progress, you can change your pricing. For example, I can set the price as the initial amount of $5, and after a few years, after seeing the growth of my apps as a viral improvements, what I can do is I can increase my money, $5 to $10 to $3. So I can always have a control of pricing of my application, and you can set prices from $1.49 cents to $999. So you can set the price at any range between this amount. And it's a direct model. The pricing is something like a direct model. And if you see the business model, there is a flexibility of options. One is one-time purchase. That means you have time-based trials which you can all set in. For example, my user can use my application for a period of time. 3 days, 4 days, you can set it. Or else feature differentiated trials. You have 5 features, users can allow to use only 2 features in trial mode. Remaining 3 features will be enabled only if you purchase the app. You can set like that. Or else purchases over time. Let me assume that I have an app which is like a library kind of app. What I can do is I can have an option of purchases over time, renting of my library, like renting of my books. So what users I can do is they can purchase an app and they can renew their purchase. So you can have your option of purchase over time, renewing your membership kind of stuff. So that's one of the option. And there is a concept called use your existing commerce. For example, let me take as well as eBay or a telegraphy kind of environment, where they will be having their own traditional ecosystem of doing commerce. So Microsoft allows them to use their own existing commerce rather than getting adapted to Microsoft commerce. So this is a way they can use their own commerce system. So existing relationship they can use their own subscription system, and they can set their own purchase, or they can set their own price and everything. And also it's ad supported. You can use your Microsoft Advertising SDK. That's pretty much good. And also you can use your own advertising SDK, third-party SDK you can use. And it is recommended that use your ad in such a way that your app is not itself an ad.
That is not
If your app is not itself an ad, that means don't put ad in the live tile, don't put ad everywhere in the MetroStyle app. Put the ad in relevant place like a place photo and everything. Don't glue your app with ads. So trials matter. Based upon the Windows Phone experience, this is statistics. 70% of downloads has become from the trial applications. 70% of Windows Phone downloads has came from trials, and almost 10% conversion will give you 10 times the revenue of your app. So what does it mean is, if you set your app for trial, then it means your app will get more virality. That's what it shows. So as for trials in Windows 8, one is time limited and this another one is feature differentiated. So time-based trials has no coding at all. Whenever you publish your app to Windows 8 Store, you can set the price as like this, and you can differentiate the trial period. For example, 1 day, 7 days, 14 days, and also 30 days. That's what a time-based trial is. So after a time-based trial, if you want for example, in the coding, you have an app. In that app, what you need to do is you need to get assurance that your app goes beyond a trial and get into full version. This is a coding I have, and I will give you a demo. So this is the current app with license information. The current app is nothing but a license simulator. So what I mean is, right now Windows 8 Store is not opened up for developers, and how I can test whether my app is in trial mode or not. So there is a namespace that simulates the store environment, by which you can test your app in trial mode or experiment mode. Everything. There is a method called current app simulator or request product purchase async. This request product purchase async will invoke the store method and will give you a simulation environment for your store by which you can purchase a product. For example, I can purchase a product one called named PR1. So you can set your own purchase in-app purchase over here. We had information called app licensing information, that's called info we had, and you can't have your in-app purchase in the trial mode. So you need to come around trial mode to have in-app purchase. So if not in trial mode, just go into it and you can get a listing of your app. For example, I have n number of features in my application. Which features you need to go give for in-app purchase? That's what here is. So I have a listing or product listing or lookup of product 1. So I have a product 1, it's a feature in the application which I want to give a purchase for it. So when I call current app simulator dot request product purchase async, it just opens up the simulation environment for purchasing your app from the store. And there is a XML file called Windows Store Proxy.xml. This XML file which stores all your licensing information. What are the price you have, what is the demography which you want to cover, for example age, rating and everything, location, price, licensing information, whether it is expired or trial mode or in-app purchase mode, everything will be stored in the Windows Store Proxy.xml file. So if you see advertisement choices, there is two options available. One is Microsoft Advertisement SDK, or you can use your own advertisement SDK. So what's need for Microsoft Advertising SDK is you can monetize your own app. This is the URL which you can go. That's called windowsadvertising.com. If you go over there, there is a concept where there is a website called Pub Center, by which you can submit your application. You can set your own price. You can track your purchases. You can track your records. That's what the need is. And you can get paid in your local currency. If you want to get paid in INR, you can get paid. So it has support for XAML, it has support for HTML and everything. So this is a simple API which you can opt for. You can just download SDK from the above download websites and you can activate your ads in your application and get paid. So this is the back kit, that's called Windows Application Certification Kit. If you enable this kit and if you open the kit, it's actually available in Windows 8 itself, I will show you. So what you need to do is, you just open the tool, give the input of your application, it will run the series of steps, it will open the, it will launch your application, it will test all the things and it will give you the result, whether it gets paused or not. So certification criteria, this is certification criteria. Provide value to the customer, be up to your application. So if use the scope of application. For example, if my application wants to satisfy the customer who wants the details like exam details or something, just go into it rather than going into somewhere outside your scope. So provide value to the customer, display ads but be more than ads website. Show the ads, but if you see certain websites, the ads will be shut over the websites. Corner, left hand, right hand, everything will be full of ads. Don't put your ads at every place. Be legitimate and clear. That's what the second one is. Behave predictably. That means you and the user should know when the app will, when your application will work. That means your app should work in a predictable manner, rather than crashing sometimes or something. So that's what behave predictably. Put customer in control. Always the user should feel that he or she is in control of the app, not the app is in control of him or her. That's what you need to be. And if your app wants to be global viral, then it should be appropriate for global audience. That's what it is. And it should be easily identified and understood. Don't put the name something like 100 pages worth or something. The naming and everything, the icon and everything should be easily identified and understood. So this is the certification criteria for some sample app called Accubator. So by these kind of details you can track your purchases and revenue details. So transparent terms, organized on few simple principles how your application is getting submitted, concise and clear, move forward for app categories. And you see the opportunity as of December 2011, it's 500 million for Windows users. That means we haven't included the Windows XP users. It's just for Windows 7. If you include Windows XP users, it just comes around 1 billion. And if you see Android phones, it comes around 224 million. Android tablets 13 million. 112 million for iPhone, iPad 40 million, Mac 30 million. And you combine these things, it comes at 247 million. It's 112 million, 40 million. It never comes around a world of 500 million. So that kind of great ecosystem we have for Windows. And if you see, this is going to be the most significant developer opportunity ever. That's what going to be true.
We'll see. It's make or break. You know why this is important, right? From my
Transition from DOS to Windows, somebody got scared, somebody said wow, and now they feel yeah, it's a good transition. And Microsoft PSDEV, it's also a good transition from Windows 7 to Windows 8.
Yeah.
But so here is a Windows App Certification Kit. It already gets installed when you install Visual Studio. When you open this Windows App Certification Kit, desktop app or desktop device, and desktop device app in a sense some other app which combines with some tablet hardware. So I'm going to add a Metro Style app.
you're not writing, I mean, maybe I'm oversimplifying this. I mean, you can write a complicated app. I'm not saying, you can't. I'm just saying.
And if you see the Metro Style, it's not about getting the complicated app. It's all about getting the app which looks somewhat beautiful in the design, somewhat pleasing, and your app should be in a way that it's fluid, it's smooth, and it attractive to the user. You feel that you are in the control of the app. That's what the game is. So you can select your app which is running here. There are a lot of apps available. Which app you want, you can check. For example, you will click Message Direct C# sample. Next. What you do is you will run the series of steps like launching the app, closing the app, and you will do all the steps, and it will show you the result of the certification, whether it gets paused or not. And right now I feel this app won't get paused in certification, even though it is a Microsoft solution file, because I ran in debug mode. So you need to run in the release mode so that your app gets certified. That's what you want to know. If you want the app to get certified, you want to build your application in a release mode rather than a debug mode.